Hi Virgo, welcome to your February reading. Look at me, back for the second month. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for the sign of Virgo for February. Messages for Virgo. That'd be helpful. All right, death. Oof, my goodness. Well, you know what? I feel like right now, with everything moving forward, going direct, I don't know, it just feels like to me, bring it on. If something in my life isn't serving me, isn't needed, like let's let it go. And I actually feel for some of you, I don't know if I don't feel like it's anything major, but like maybe getting like a little bit sick or like even aches in the body. I feel like there's some sort of, it's just like a release, I wouldn't try to like do too much to medicate it, which is a weird message. It's almost like just kind of move the body. If it's like a cold, let the mucus come out. It's such a strange message, but that's what I'm getting here. The Death card. This is transformation. This is deep introspection. This is shedding a layer. I also feel like the death of self. I feel like a lot of us are transforming, from this. We talk about this like it's a theory, but when you're going through it, this kind of shift from, different densities. I mean, really it is that whatever you think you're going to, the fifth or seventh, it's this shift though to a new vibration, and it's very intense. It's very sometimes unsettling. It's kind of like I'm seeing somebody kind of like, it's almost like blind, walking through a new space and time and like kind of learning how to acclimate to it. Wow. Messages for Virgo for February. Death card. This could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, crossed with the Seven of Cups. So that's like the walking blind a little bit here. And it's inviting you this month essentially to kind of figure out your direction. Like I feel like when I'm saying this, the direction lies directly in the heart space. This is your compass. This is your navigator. So if you're going to, that's where I'm saying, if you're going to try to use your eyes, not going to work. If you're going to try to use, it's from the heart. You have to figure it out from the heart here first. What will truly bring you happiness, goodness? Ooh, interesting cards. Virgo, new beginnings here. Six of Wands, a victory for yourself. It could be in a legal situation. Seven of Wands. Oh, can you see all these? Let me make sure this is cool. There we go. That's a little bit better. Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands. Wow, lots of wands. Second half of this. Wow, Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Whoa. Okay, I mean, I have to be honest, this is a little bit of an intense month. It's kind of like breaking through barriers of fear, breaking through hesitation even. Some of you, I feel like there could be some sort of dream realized or like an offer. You can be like meeting up with friends or like coworkers or like something unexpected here. It's almost like it could be like an offer of collaboration or like just an offer in general, maybe to step up in your work in some way, or like in a side project as well. So maybe you're like writing a book. I see something being successful here, and it's telling me it's essentially wanting to move forward. However, the devil here, the Death card. What is this? I mean, this is feeling I feel like very vulnerable, very stripped down. This is gonna drive me nuts. Here we go. This is better. Stripped down, vulnerable. I feel like there's something here trying to hold. I mean, I don't know if this is for everybody, but it's almost like a little bit of a battle. Some of you might be like in a legal battle. Is that happening for some of you? The Devil, the Justice, and the Death card. And the Eight of Swords. Like this to me is like kind of feeling beholden to something, trapped by something here. It could also be like with like contracts, like is something going to move forward? Maybe it's like like a new chapter of something, or like a new, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's almost like I'm worried about something moving forward here, but it does move forward. I mean, the outcome is the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. It's in your position of what you need to know is the Chariot. This is like following dreams. This is being very balanced. This is like a firm foundation. This is like an absolute yes. It's also Cancer energy. This can be pointing to that time in the summer. Queen of Wands. And this is having to do with passions. This is having to do with purpose. So a lot of you can be like really thinking about like, what's the next chapter of my life? Something about what I'm doing now is feeling a little bit, I don't know, I want to say ho-hum because it's getting you to think about what the Seven of Cups is. This is what's crossing you. This is why things aren't moving as fast as maybe you might like. It's this careful consideration about, you know, what do I want in the heart? And also, like, what'll bring money? I mean, there's this very, you know, you're Virgo. It has to make sense. And this is, I feel like this is, again, talking about this is very different than actually living through a new frequency, a new density. And the reality is something here needs to give way. And it's like, you really have to walk through kind of the flames here and be very, very confident and know what you know and kind of, I want to say step out, because the Six of Wands here in your near future, I mean, this is somebody that's been to battle. Like, why were you there? What was the purpose of the struggle or the contraction or the restrictions in your life that all of us have kind of been through for the, you know, the last however many years now? I mean, deep, you know, dark night of the soul next to the death. And it's kind of saying like, okay, now you're at a place where you can kind of observe. I mean, this is almost like guaranteed success here. It's in your future. So it hasn't happened yet, but it's like, what does it look like when there's guaranteed success? What would you do? And some of you, I do feel like there could be a Queen of Wands in your environment, because this is in the position of, you know, what the universe is kind of having surrounding you. For me as a reader, the Queen of Wands is somebody that's like a go-getter, somebody that follows their gut instinct, somebody that kind of lights a fire. They ignite things as well. So somebody can be coming with you with like an idea, and wanting to take action, maybe even wanting to partner with you. I feel like you're going to be thinking about, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea? And even if I'm saying this and it's kind of resonating with you, I would say be the initiator as well. You know, let this start in like inspiring thought within you about like, again, like I feel like collaborations, and I think we need more of this in the world. I mean, we're seeing a tendency towards this. I see a lot of people like, you know, do like during the pandemic, like homeschooling or like pod learning, where everybody like goes to one house a week. And like, I just see a lot of this, or like sharing, I don't know, I'm seeing a lot more sharing, and I like that energy, but I feel like this is like sharing ideas for some of you. This can be also with a spouse. Something to break through the devil. And I feel like this is limitations. I feel like the universe is wanting to give you a very prosperous life, but it's requiring you to take action and to not overthink things too much in your life. And that might be a challenge. The good thing about it though, when you get these ideas, or when you're presented with these ideas, or I feel like new paths in your life, because that's inevitably what is going to happen after the Death card. You're going to be faced with the choice to kind of go the tried and true way that feels really safe. That's what the devil feels to me. It's like, ooh, luring you over here with some comfort. You know, after a while, you get so comfortable, it becomes uncomfortable. It's like, oof, you know, I've done this so long, I've mastered this. Is this really, does it have to go on forever? And you kind of become in like this little, like, you know, in between worlds where it's okay, but you're just, I don't know. It feels like it's time to take action, is what I'm trying to get at. And I feel like what's in your power is being very selective. It's being, I don't want to say selective, but I feel like also protecting what you know. Because as I'm saying things, I'm seeing so many different scenarios for different people, different Virgos. And I feel like you kind of have to, again, I really feel like not care what people are going to say, because I feel like some of the things that a lot of you have to offer is genuinely unique and might be uncomfortable to kind of come out of the shadows and kind of present yourself in a new way, or to even like take a risk and play a little bit. Like, for example, if somebody comes to you with like an idea, like, yeah, that would be so much fun, like we could do this and that and this, and I see like the analytical part of the mind stepping in, but I want to say you would be able to make this happen. I feel like whatever you put your mind to, you could make it happen in a very successful way. Because when I see the devil, these are these lower vibrations that kind of become like what people would call blocks, or like, you know, like roadblocks in our way. They're not really blocks. They're frequencies. So what are some of these things? Some of these things that manifest into entities, or that we call like attachment. Fear would be one of them. You know, that's actually a big one right now. That's kind of overshadowing a lot of decisions. Loneliness would be one. I mean, there's lots of these types of frequencies, and when you feel it, you'll know it. Like, oh, I'm in lack. I'm experiencing the vibration, the energy, the dark cloud of lack. But I'm really feeling more so in like the mind. I mean, these are just thoughts that have become things over time for some of you. And this is just kind of clearing these out, and it's inviting you to dream a really big dream for yourself. The Ace of Pentacles, what would this big change and big gift in your life look like? What would it feel like? What would it be like? Because it's saying there's going to be a time to celebrate here. There's going to be a time for, I mean, celebrating you, though. It feels like, you know, you've achieved this point in your life where it's like, again, it's time to move on to bigger and better. There's something here, though, that you're protecting. I mean, this can also be like people wanting your energy. I feel like if you've done a lot of work and you've kind of shed some skin, again, you're going to be kind of vibrating on a different level. And a lot of people will want a piece of that. It's kind of like a bright light, and, you know, flies like it. That's a terrible metaphor, but that's kind of the feeling here, where I want to say surround yourself with the right people. So set yourself up for success. Don't be afraid to try new things, and surround yourself with people that, again, it kind of, it fills your cup. It feels right, again, in the heart center. It feels like it vibrates there. It's like, yeah, this is nice. This fills me. I mean, you might be tired when you get home, but, you know, this to me feels like it's bringing more joy into your life to kind of break through these old, it's almost like matrices that we've created in our life. And it's, the more we do it, the more we break through it, and the more these energies no longer have a kind of a grip on us. The more we lean into fear, I'm not saying things that like are dangerous. Like, I'm not saying like go run around in a lion's pen. Not that type of fear. Like fear where it's like the energy of writing a memoir. You know, maybe it scares you, but like that's where a lot of juiciness lies, and that's where your beautiful gift from the universe lies. And I feel like, you know, that's just one example, but lean into that. That's your truth. That resonates with your heart. 8 of Wands, though, the end of this month, you're going to be taking action. There's going to be movement. I mean, all planets are direct. I mean, this is a wonderful time to plant really positive seeds for yourself. So again, I'm going back to like feeling a little bit sick or down. Take the time. Take this time to take the mind garbage to the dump, you know. Really think about, what would this Ace of Pentacles be for me? If I could wish for one thing, what would it look like? What would it be for me? This could be a gift. Like, this could be like a come up financially as well. It can present itself in so many ways. This can be like a stock squeezing or soaring, or, you know, it could be you know, winning something here. I'm terrible at giving examples here, but a job offer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a new stream of financial relief coming your way. You're going to be celebrating it. But there's something about this, though. It breaks through the mind restrictions. So there's something going on in the mind that's being let go. I really feel like even if you're not feeling achy or sick, I almost want to say induce like a detox for yourself. So whether it's like, yeah, like maybe I'll do a day water cleanse, or maybe I'll do a 3-day juice fast, or maybe I'll just do a week with just fruits and veggies. You know, these are high frequency, high vibrational foods, and it'll help ease that transition to this new kind of experience in your life. So more easily vibrating with like energy. Food is a wonderful way to kind of do this, and people don't realize food is a wonderful way. Very interesting. I was not expecting this reading for you guys. This is very interesting, very intense, but like good. I'm kind of at the point now, I mean, we've been through so much the last few years. It's like, if there's something that needs to change, like, just do it. Like, I'm pretty much impenetrable now when it comes to, like, change. I'm a Taurus. I don't particularly like to change a lot. A lot of my signs are fixed, so really don't like to. But, like, at this point, the last few years have broken me down so much. It's like, bring it on. There's something I'm not seeing here, death, devil. If I'm doing something that's just really prohibiting me from moving forward in my best way, like, help me out, show me. Let's go. Let me not waste any time. A lot of, if something really, though, has been done to you wrong, I feel like justice, though, really is coming in. There's also like good karma here for you. All karma is good in my opinion. It's all a process. All right, messages that would be helpful for Virgo at this moment in their lives. One message for Virgo. This is from the Osho Zen Tarot. One message for the sign of Virgo. Oh, I saw this when I was shuffling. I was like, oh. And then it came out again, suppression. I like this card. I don't know if you can see it so well. Can you see it? All right, let me read it. Let me find it first. Suppression. I can't remember the last time I read this card. All right. Suppression. 96. Let's see what it says. All right, the commentary. The figure on this card is quite literally all tied up in knots. His light still shines within, but he has repressed his own vitality trying to meet so many demands and expectations. He has given up all his own power and vision in return for being accepted by the very same forces that have imprisoned him. The danger of suppressing one's natural energy in this way is apparent in the cracks of a volcanic eruption about to take place around the edges of this image. The real message of the card is to find a healing outlet for this potential explosion. It is essential to find a way to release whatever tension and stresses might be building up inside of you right now. Beat on a pillow, jump up and down, go out into the wilderness and scream at the empty sky, anything to shake up your energy and allow it to circulate freely. Don't wait for a catastrophe to happen. Yeah, move, change things up, eat the high frequency stuff. It helps. It really does. Suppression. In Sanskrit, the name Alaya Vigyan, the house where you go on through into the basement, things that you do. Let's start over again. Suppression. In Sanskrit, the name is Ayala Vigyan, the house where you go on throwing into the basement things that you want to do but you cannot. Because of social conditions, culture, civilization, But they go on collecting there, and they affect your actions, your life, very indirectly. Directly, they cannot face you. You have forced them into the darkness, but from the dark side, they go on influencing your behavior. They are dangerous. It is dangerous to keep all those inhibitions inside of you. It is possible that these things, it is possible that these are the things that come to a climax when a person goes insane. Insanity is nothing but all the suppressions coming to a point where you cannot control them anymore. But madness is acceptable, while meditation is not. And meditation is the only way to make you absolutely sane. It's true. Yeah. I mean, that's the Eight of Swords and kind of the death and the Seven of Cups here. I mean, this is meeting this breaking point, and something does come in here to kind of shift the energy. But I mean, I feel like your responsibility here is to break through this energy. Why is it all happening? What are these kind of lingering energies in your proverbial, basement? We all have them. It's just kind of shining a light on this, taking that time. I mean, you might have a lot on your shoulders. You might have a lot that you're doing, a lot that's going on. But it's bringing this balance and equilibrium into an insight too with this owl here. Insight into, I don't know if you can see it, there's an owl at the bottom here. Insight into, I mean, this is the position of the subconscious. Balance here. What's your truth? What's your knowingness about your purpose here? I know this is kind of like a very big reading. You don't have to figure out your entire purpose this month, but it's inviting you to take a small step in the direction of the yes in your heart, even if it feels like you're fumbling in the dark, because a lot of us are, because we're really creating a new earth here. It's new rules. It really requires you to dream big. It's like, what is this imaginary fairyland possibility for you? And I know that sounds silly, but I do think for some of us, that's very much so a possibility if you choose it. I'm choosing it. I'm definitely choosing it. But this is the breaking away from the old paradigm. It feels very, very disorienting. What's it gonna, am I gonna be supported? How do I know? You'll never get any guarantees. You might see hints if you know how to read the signs. Ask for them. I was just outside before this reading. I'm in Maine right now, so it's freezing. I was just meditating and looking at the stars, and I asked for a blessing. I remember, I was like, when's the last time I've asked for a blessing? I'm usually kind of listing things to be thankful for. I was like, I could really use a blessing. Ask for one. Why not? Why not? This world's infinitely abundant. Why not for you? And to help you break through this devil energy, maybe you need like a little sign of hope or a little message or a little wink from the universe. Why not? But it comes in subtle ways. It might be a cat suddenly, as you're listening to this, coming and curling up by your side. It might be something subtle. Often the universe sends animals or, well, yeah. Develop your own language with. All right, I'm going to end it here. Beautiful reading. I hope this was helpful, Virgo. It's always a pleasure reading for you. If you guys want personal messages with specific questions, I know this was a broad, vague, general overview. I mean, completely unique to Virgo. I mean, no other sign has been like this, but if you want your own personal reading, I do offer those. My rates and ways to get in touch with me are below in the description box. And I'd really appreciate it if you enjoyed this to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. I'm trying to be more consistent and here for you guys, so you'll be able to hear when I upload a new video. All right. Thanks so much, Virgo. Have a wonderful rest of your month. Take care.